Hi guys, so today I thought I would do a foundation routine. I've never done one of these before. I've always just done like tutorials with a bit of everything, but today I thought do a video just dedicated to my foundation. So to start out, I'm using the Freedom Pro Conceal palette. This is what it looks like. Got this from Superdrug, and I'm going to use the peachy shade at the bottom, or at the top. The peachy shade at the top, that's going to be for my under eyes. Because it's a bit like peachy pink, I thought it would be good for underneath where like my eyes are a bit bluey and dark. And then also I'm going to use this shade for any redness. I can get quite a lot of redness like on my nose and also around my cheeks here. Really bothers me. I'm not using a primer just because I haven't been using one. Sometimes I like to keep patting because I feel like it melts the product in a bit better. Yeah, this colour now. Just on any red areas or kind of uneven areas, which is everywhere on my face pretty much. Especially this friend I've got at the top. The redness on my skin's actually pretty good today, believe it or not. For foundation, I've actually been mixing a lot recently, just because I like it and I go about how my skin's feeling that day. So recently I've been using the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot foundation and always liked this True Match, so I think I'm going to mix the two together. Sometimes I'll just use this on its own, and sometimes I'll mix the True Match with a Maybelline one as well. I'll put it in the description as well just in case. But the Soap & Glory one's quite like my tanned self, or my bit warmer for my skin. I'm using the Real Techniques buffing brush. I either use the Real Techniques buffing brush or the Real Techniques Expert face brush. The Expert face brush is a lot more dense and smaller, and then this one's still dense but just a bit wider and a bit fluffier. I always bring it down my neck and also my ears. Learnt that from Wayne Goss. Because again, if my hair is up, which it is quite a lot, my ears can get really red when it's cold outside. And because it is winter, I go over my concealer because it was more of a corrective shade as opposed to an actual skin colour shade. Like, it was a bit more pinky for the concealer, so I always like to go over it with either a skin tone concealer or my foundation. I like this foundation. It's quite like velvety and it's not super matte and drying, but it's like not glowy, and because I've got quite oily skin it works quite well. Recently I've been trying out contouring with a cream product, and I've been using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in shade 35 because this is too dark for me and then the other one's a bit too light for me, so I use them as like highlight and contour shades instead of actual concealer shades. It's definitely too dark for me, but it's not like really crazily too dark. I just pop some under my cheek, like where it naturally kind of sinks in, and I go like this to see where the shadow would be. And then I also go along my jawline, get rid of that double chin. And then just with whatever's left on the brush, if anything, I just go over my temples. I feel like I've been looking really pale recently, so like using this and that foundation, which by the way, I forgot to say, this is in the shade Caramel, I believe. It's the darkest one, so if you're any darker than me, then you won't really be able to use this, unfortunately. Yeah, Caramel. I think there's only 3 or 4 shades, which is a real shame because it's a nice foundation. Yeah, so that's that. What I always like to do normally is either get a kitchen roll towel or like just some normal tissue, and I like to pat my face to soak up any of the excess oil or makeup, especially where I get really oily. And you can like see the excess makeup come off. So yeah. Next highlighter, my favourite. This is a cream product. This is the Benefit What's Up. It's like a champagne-y sort of colour, but more of a light champagne instead of a... It is like slightly goldeny, but it's not yellow goldy. I just rub some on my finger, and then I just pat it onto my skin at the highest points of my cheeks. Highlight is definitely one of my favourite products. And I know this isn't foundation, but it is like part of my skin base routine, so that's why I'm like including the contour and highlight aspect of this. Yeah, absolutely love highlight. I can't get it. I really want to try some different ones though, but I've just stuck to the same one now. For powder, I'm now using the Bourjois Healthy Balance powder. I really like it. I don't know if it lasts as long as the Soap and Glory one, which I've still got, but I've just been trying this one out, and I do like it. It's in 55 Dark Beige. And for this, I just use my Bare Minerals foundation powder brush, mineral powder brush. I just sweep it, tap it. And because I have quite oily skin, I do like to put it all over. Mainly on the inside. Sorry if I'm pulling really weird faces. Now that my whole like base makeup is done, I'll normally go on to like my eyebrows, then my eyes, and then my blusher, or I mean sometimes I do my blusher now and then my eyebrows and my eyes and my lips. It just depends, but I try and always also use a makeup setting spray. This is the Avon makeup setting spray. It's really good. You can feel it tighten up on your skin when you spray it, and if you wiggle your face a little bit afterwards, then you won't feel the tightness anymore, but the spray will still work. And I like to spray it just kind of in front of my face, like into the air, and then I let it fall on my face instead of squirting it like directly at my face and like getting little droplets on my skin. And hopefully that should take away any of the powderiness like left on my skin if I've over powdered or put a lot on because I know I'm going out or something. So now I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. So I just finished off the rest of my makeup and I did something really simple. I just put one eyeshadow on and some mascara and a little bit of blusher as well. I don't even know if you'll be able to tell, but yes, so I didn't use a primer just because recently I haven't been using any primers. As well, I really like to use beauty blenders if I feel like my foundation's not blending in properly, or if I want just a bit more of a smoother coverage. I don't know, I really chop and change between like brushes and beauty blenders, and that's not a real one. This is just one from Primark, and I really like the Real Techniques one, but I can't find it, so I hope I haven't lost it because I really like it. But yeah, this is my foundation routine. I hope you really enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you all soon. Bye! And